I think the major challenge that testing industry is facing is because we are in a space where most of our CXOs are either ex-developers or businessmen. Because most of those guys have not done the sort of testing they should have done. That is why even right now the sort of understanding they have about testing is the same sort of understanding that they had 20 years, 30 years down the line. If you see development has evolved technology wise, methodology wise, different ways. But if you look at testing as it was done in 1960s, 70s, 80s, obviously they did not even have a different testing departments in most companies at those times. But even when testing became a separate department in most companies in 80s, 90s, it has stayed the same way. It has been like some people write requirements, the other people convert those requirements into test cases. Then there are other set of people who run those test cases on their machines, put right, pass, fails, get numbers out of it. Say 70% is fail, 30% is pass, all those things. So that is, I think, major challenge in the industry is with the understanding of CXOs. Once that understanding evolves, like for example, the company that we are working with right now, it's a US based company. They also have a headquarter in London, and that company does not have SDETs in their company. The reason they don't have SDETs in their company is because they have evolved through a lot of different processes. And they know what happened when their testers wrote code, how their thought process was restricted because of them writing code. So there are a lot of other things as well, because the test leadership in that company comes from the space of context-driven testing as well, again similar to how Moolya is. And that is why they have done multiple iterations of different techniques they have put in, different processes they have put in into testing, and that is why they have reached to a level where they can say, okay, this is a good sort of testing. And this is very similar to how Moolya also does. The reason they have been able to go there is because they were ready to experiment with it, and the core idea with them was they knew that testing is important. They knew that testing is important for the delivery, for the quality of the product, for the value in the product. So that was the core that they had, and around that core they started experimenting it. But in India, and not just in India, in a lot of other places as well, testing is not as important. Development is important. If you have good developers, the understanding is if you have good developers, you will have a good product, which is not exactly true. Yeah.